What's going on, guys? Radio Graffiti here, and today I want to talk to you guys about Longlegs. Now, Longlegs, I only watched this movie because I heard a lot of good things about it. There was a lot of hype around the movie when it was out in theaters, so I thought I'd check it out. Even though typically I am not a horror movie person, I don't like horror movies, I don't really watch them, but I made an exception for this one. Longlegs is a very dark and disturbing film. Innocent people constantly die all throughout the film. But that's kind of what I liked about it, is like a horror movie that doesn't rely on jump scares. The atmosphere is really what's so dark and creepy about it. There's constant wide shots of a character just sitting in a room, and I was constantly scanning both sides of the room because you could see sort of her kitchen in the background. I was looking to see if anything was gonna run into a frame or anything. Nothing ever happened, but it still just made you feel this really uneasy feeling, like you were just very uncomfortable watching it in a good way. It sort of just brought this dread along, because you know Longlegs is out there, but you don't know if he's going to show up, or what could possibly show up. The movie's a little bit predictable. I knew the mom was in on it when she gave her little speech about, you should be lucky that you are allowed to grow up. Something along those lines. When they have that conversation, I knew something wasn't right about her mom. And she constantly calls her throughout the film, and I'm like, this mom knows something. She's in on something with this film. And it's also pretty easy to tell because there's barely any characters in the film. There's Longlegs, there's the detective, there's the other FBI detective, that's her partner, and then there's her mom. Those are the main characters of the film, so it's pretty easy to puzzle who could possibly be helping Longlegs here. And the mom seemed the most likely, so there you go. The cinematography throughout this film is absolutely stunning. There's tons of great shots all throughout the film and some interesting transitions here and there. Nicolas Cage's performance as Longlegs, I don't feel like he was given much screen time considering the movie is literally called Longlegs. I'm not really sure how I feel about his performance because, I guess he was okay, he was good, but I don't know, it's just kind of weird because every other character in the film and the whole tone of the movie is so dark and serious and mysterious. And then you get to Longlegs and he's just like, Mommy! Oh, she's coming for you! Just so over the top and yelling and just saying weird shit. I couldn't even understand what the hell he was saying most of the time because he was just so over the top. I really don't know how I feel about his performance in the film. I get he's supposed to be kind of like the creepy character that kind of sells you on the movie because, it's Nicolas Cage doing one of his crazy performances, but I just don't know how I feel about how it worked in the film. Because essentially he's just sort of the doll maker. I guess he's possessed by Satan or whatever to do all this stuff. I'm not really sure. But there wasn't much to his character. He's just a creepy guy. And I'm I don't know if I believe that somebody like this could actually just kind of walk around in the world looking like this. The dude looked like he slammed his head into a bunch of flour. This doesn't look like a real person that would actually be walking around in the world. And then it's the detective girl, she finds out, okay, I found a picture of Longlegs. Here's what he looks like. And they instantly start a manhunt for him. And literally the next scene, they find him. I'm wow, that was pretty easy. That was pretty quick. I feel like we probably could have spent a little more time of them trying to hunt down Longlegs, but we go instantly to him. It's okay, whatever. Really, his big scene in the film is when he starts slamming his head on the table and kills himself. That's really his only big scene. The rest of it's just really minor or to where you can barely see his face. Every other character in the film is pretty much standard. There's not much to the characters in this film. Just, we gotta find the serial killer. They find the serial killer. Hey, stop killing people. You better stop. That's pretty much all there is to the characters. It was pretty shocking, though, when I found out where we were going for the final scene of the film. When the detective lady pulls up to her partner's house, I knew instantly what was about to go down. And this part kind of pissed me off, because it's she lets his wife die. It's instantly when you knew, you should have known that he was possessed, and that he was going to kill his wife and his daughter. So why did you let the wife die? You could have saved the girl's mother. Why did you just let her go to the kitchen with him? You could have just shot him right then and there. I don't know. That didn't make much sense to me. Why she just let the woman die? She could have saved that little girl's mother. She could have had a parent alive. Now they're both dead. Just felt kind of unnecessary. It's what are you waiting for? You need to shoot your mom and Shoot your partner. You have no choice. You already know what's going on, so why are you just standing there? And I didn't really understand the ending of the film where she points her gun to the doll and she keeps trying to shoot it and nothing's happening. It's like, is she out of rounds, or is Satan kind of stepping in himself and stopping the doll from being shot or something? Like, what's exactly going on here? Because she doesn't really fire that many shots. She shoots her mom and then she shoots her partner. I think she only used 1 or 2 bullets for her partner and like 1 for her mom. So she should have some ammo left, right? I don't know. But it was definitely a dark and twisted way to end the film. Overall, I really enjoyed Longlegs. It was very interesting. It's a movie you really got to sit down and pay attention to and give it your full attention, because there's a lot of scenes where you can kind of see the devil as like this dark, shadowy figure in like the background or over here on the side. You got to really kind of pay attention. And there's also little moments when he kind of appears in a window or something, or on the window of a door or something along those lines. There's tons of little moments throughout the film you got to pay attention and see if you can spot them, and that was kind of fun to look at. So that was just really scary. I mean, I know it's just a dark figure, but just it being there, it was just kind of creepy, you know? It's like I was just staring at it and you can see sort of the yellow eyes open up and then kind of close. It's like it kind of just vanishes away. So it doesn't even like actually shut, it just kind of vanishes. Like you can't even see the yellow eyes anymore. Very creepy film. I really liked it. Had a little bit of problems here and there. As I do with pretty much every movie I watch, there's going to be some things here and there I don't like or don't agree with. But what did you guys think about Longlegs? Is this one of the scariest movies of the year for you, or were you a bit disappointed by all the hype? I feel like most people who didn't like the film, they might have had it a little too hyped up. I don't think it's anywhere near a scariest movie of the year. I mean, like I said, I'm not a big horror guy, but there wasn't really much in here that was scary. It was really just kind of creepy and disturbing, which I guess I kind of like more than like a bunch of cheap jump scares and all the typical tropes in horror movies. But yeah, that's all I've got for today, and I'll see you guys next time.